coming to you from the great state of Nebraska here in Lincoln, and we're in town for nothing else than Garmin Gravel Worlds. And I've got my beautiful wife here with me because
I'm going to be running the 25K happening tomorrow.
It's going to be the furthest she's ever ran at, what is it, 16 miles rolling terrain. You excited?
Yeah, feeling good.
That's it? You're just feeling good?
Feeling good, ready to run.
You nervous? Your
No.
longest race ever.
I don't think so. Yeah, just excited.
Yeah. And then I'll be riding, of course, the 150-mile ride in the Elite Wave come Saturday. I have not raced since Unbound Gravel, so it's been, what, like 2 months? I had a really good chunk of training, so I definitely feel nice and prepared, but man, am I ready to get racing again, because, yeah, it just gets old when you're just riding all summer long in the heat. So this is an event that's been on my radar for a number of years as a native Midwesterner with the rolling hills. It really suits me well, I think, anyways. The word on the street is it's a lot smoother gravel than Unbound, but it has more rollers. So yeah, that sounds about perfect for me. And yesterday when we were coming in, they had 40-mile-an-hour wind. So I don't know what the wind's gonna be like on race day. It's a little breezy out here, but man, if you got wind, rollers, heat, those are two of the three things that I like. Still don't like the heat, but at least I've been riding in it for quite a bit.
So plan for the rest of the day, we're gonna hit the expo center.
Run.
I'm gonna go for a shakeout run, probably about 3 miles-ish. And then Joe's gonna go for an endurance ride about 2.5 hours. Get some spaghetti tonight, carb load for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I believe this short to get back on track, and I wanna come back, no.
Alrighty, so I'm about 20 miles in to reconning the course, and so far it's been pretty darn smooth and fast. There's a few sections where outside of the car tracks it gets a little bit soft, but other than that it's mainly wide open, fast, smooth, rolling gravel. Lots of little rollers, no significant climbing yet, just up and down and up and down and up and down. Now today, if you haven't noticed, I'm wearing my Rise Stronger kit. So I've been working with Jakroo on my idea for this kit, kind of the slogan for my wife and I, and kind of my story with taking some adversity, working through it, and coming out the other end stronger. If you wish to get yourself one of these, we got them on our Goettl Media team store on jakroo.com, so you can head over to that. This is the Nova Pro, so this is the little bit nicer one. And then we do have a bit more of a club fitting jersey as well. And then we also got some hats and some other cool gear on there. So if you'd like to support my wife and I in what we're doing, traveling across country, racing gravel, and get an awesome kit to join our community and be a part of what we're doing, head over to jakroo.com and get yourself some Goettl Media team gear.
So it's the night before the race.
Why are you whispering?
Because there's 3 little kids sleeping.
Yep, makes sense.
I need to put the boots on to get the blood flowing in my legs. My legs are really heavy today when I run.
From the travel, you think?
From the travel. 14 hours in the car. So hopefully these help. We got him up bright and early, the crew for me today. How's that feel? Weird? Less stress?
It's a little different. It's a little less stressful, yes. And a little less pressure.
So, I'm very excited. I'd run a downhill
These Nebraska hills are no joke. Definitely slowed down a little bit. Hip flexors are tight, but we're making it through. We've had 2 gels. And yeah, we're about halfway. At mile 12.26. We're getting there. Definitely slowed down, but feeling's good. I got a cup of cold lemon lime scratch. I was like heaven. So we'll be there soon. 2 more miles. Made on this little trail. About a mile to go. Legs hurt. Like no pain, just tired. Good run. So humid. My hair is like soaked. I'm not used to sweating this much. Almost there.
For 9:26 pace? 9:26.
Woo!
Beat our goal of 10.
Yeah.
Under 10.
It's so pretty.
Look at that. Beautiful.
You did it.
Your race brain thoughts on the yep, longest run ever.
Yeah, after 15 and a half miles, I did it. Finished strong.
How was the course?
Good. Really rolly, hilly. I ran the whole time. Average 9:26 pace.
Yeah.
Really happy with that.
So what was our goal? Under 10?
Under 10.
That's, yeah, you crushed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely crushed
Super
it.
humid, not used to running in that. My hair is like completely soaked.
Yep.
Gravel's nice though. You're gonna have fun tomorrow. I think it's gonna be really fast for you guys.
Well.
My friends have a sign for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, super fun to have friends here after.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see you guys. What was the best exercise? My feet are kind of.
Woo! Nice job! Yeah!
Well, hello there. It is the evening before the race. Turned out to be a pretty great day today. Kendra smashed her goal and is actually not feeling too bad, which is amazing considering that was her longest run ever, so that's pretty exciting. After that, I went for my pre-ride of the course, cruised around the venue for a little bit, and then headed back here. And now I'm chilling out with one of my favorite moves, where you just lay against a wall, but as close as you can to the wall without it coming off the ground like that. So if it's off the ground, you want to scoot back a little bit. What the Pain Academy did add is while you're in this, you can actually make it active and flex the quads and pull the toes back and down straight, and you'll get a little bit more out of it in a little less time. So you can hold that for 4 minutes. But sometimes when it's been a really long day and I just need to get one thing in, I'll do that for a couple minutes and then I'll just stay here and relax. So anyways, tomorrow the race starts at 5:55 a.m. Wake up calls 3. Got a pancake pre-made to get all loaded up for what is gonna be a big old day of racing. That's all I got for you tonight. Gonna call it here and we'll pick up in the morning.
Okay.
GoPro time. Race day. Good morning. We are at the race. I'm gonna get everything on and go for a little shakeout ride. Make sure everything's working. Everything on the bike is working.
Just under 6 minutes away from the start of Garmin Gravel Worlds 2024, presented by Louth. 3, 2, 1, let's go! Come on, y'all!
Alrighty folks, here we are, roughly mile 5 or so of Garmin Gravel Worlds 2024, and as you can see, it did not take long for it to get a little bit spicy after the neutral rolled out. This is a pretty special feeling at this race. I've never started in the dark before, and this feels like a full-on road race, just in the dark on gravel, 30 miles an hour. Yeah, pretty crazy, but super fun. My goal for this race is to be active. So with a field of only about 40 guys here, if a move gets off the front, there's not really many people that have teammates, so I think cooperation in the group would be very poor. So my goal is to hopefully get in the move. So as you can see, I'm being pretty active here and pulling on the front already. Now getting into the course, it's 150 miles and it's just non-stop small rollers, just up and down and up and down. So there's not really a huge decisive moment that's gonna make a breakaway or not. So it's much more about being tactically savvy, going at the right times, and sitting in and saving your energy at the right times. As you guys can see, up to this point, the racing has remained pretty much full throttle. I am chasing down Chase right here, trying to get up the front to a couple riders that have gotten away. It's been pretty difficult for the last couple miles, so this is a good time to put in an effort, as hopefully everyone else is hurting too and they will try and throw in the towel and let us get away. However, once we get up here, we see that we're being chased down, and from here, I decide it is time to sit up and try and get some rest in, as I put in a big effort to get up to this point.
Hey, you know how far away? I forgot to start my thing. 8 miles? Okay. Cool.
As you just heard, unfortunately, I forgot to start my head unit for this first 8.5 miles. But Eno sent me his data, and we are relatively close in weight. And so far, it has been 23 minutes, and we have a normalized power of 325 watts. So definitely spicy, not too crazy power here, but definitely been on the gas. So that's why we are taking a little bit of a break.
Train. Oh, well, I do see a train. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah. Your eyes are better than You'll see when we get closer. Given that age, you might need glasses. You need glasses.
So I will confirm here that it was definitely a train we were seeing up front. Sorry for the jokes, Pete, but yeah, definitely a train. However, as we were having this debacle, I'm going to rewind a little bit, and you can see one of the ABC riders actually sneaking off the front right here, followed by Steven Schaefer just a little bit later, and I didn't see the third one, but there was actually a third guy that got off the front too. Now, none of these guys are favorites to win, so that does play a factor here in no one reacting. Had it been John, Russell, Pete, any one of those guys, we definitely would have seen the field get on a little bit more. And now we are a peloton chasing a group of 3 up the road as the sun comes up over the horizon. So here I am, off the front of the group by myself with a gap. It had been hard leading up to where I attacked, and I had some momentum going, so instinctively just my road racer background kicked in and decided that would be a good time to put in an effort. I was really hoping someone would come with to help bridge up to the breakaway, and I don't really want to do it alone, but I've already made the effort to attack and get away from the group, and if they're going to let me ride away, I might as well try and cash in on that effort and bridge up to the breakaway. So it takes me 4 minutes at 443 watts to make the bridge up to the 3 riders. Now when I get there, I didn't know who any of these guys are. I do recognize the ABC kit as I used to ride for them, so at least know that one of the guys has got to be pretty strong. So I catch my breath just a little bit, but then I realize we are not moving too fast, so I try and encourage them, and then I immediately move to the front to try and push the pace, as I could see that some riders were closing in. Unfortunately, our breakaway of 4 riders here is about to get rolled up on by, I think, just part of the peloton. It had been a pretty good effort for me to get across, and I still had like a decent gap when I was getting close, so they definitely had to push it to get up to where we are. And I am just trying to sit back in and catch my breath, but this is a super crucial point because it had definitely been hard for everyone. There's no longer a breakaway up the road, so this will be kind of a key moment that another move can go. And wanting to get in that move, I stay sharp and stay towards the front. And then I notice Mr. Chase getting up the road a little bit, and people are leaving a little bit of gap as we come into a corner. And recognizing that this could be the moment, I decided to jump right here and go for it. Now it's only been 2 minutes since I got caught, so I definitely am still a little high in the heart rate, but I think I recovered enough and am feeling pretty darn good still at this point in the race. So I am all in for this breakaway. We are now at mile 31 on the course. Now, I started my initial bridge back here at mile 16, then I was caught at mile 19, and then I got into the main break of the day at mile 20. And we pushed the pace pretty good all the way up till mile maybe like 29 or so, and we started to ease off again. The effort that this required for 30 minutes was a normalized power of 382 watts with an average of 358. Definitely a strong effort for this section of the course. Not anything that pushed me all the way to the limit yet, as I'm still feeling pretty good. So although I wish I could just relax a little bit more and settle into the pace, we really have to keep this thing moving if we want to stay away from the pack here. Going over the riders that are in this breakaway with me, first up we got Daxton Mock. He is a member of the Trek Bear team. I was in the lead group with him at BWR Kansas, where he finished on the podium last year, so super strong rider there. Next we got Ethan Overson, who I've been in multiple groups with in BWR and Nationals last year, so another super strong rider. Next up we got Chase Work, aka Mr. Arrow. Now he's a good buddy of mine from Minnesota. He's got the full-on disc wheel, TT bars, and a whole bunch of Arrow triathlon gear on his bike that is helping him go faster for less effort. So some good takeaways from Mr. Chase here. And lastly, we got Steven Schaefer. Now he was actually in the initial move, so he's been out here all day up front. He is definitely the one that's struggling the most. He is just kind of getting to the front, pulling off to the side, but you can kind of see it that he doesn't quite have the same strength as the rest of us, so he's not hindering us at all, and he's doing what he can. So good on him for that, and good on him for being up here with us. And yeah, that completes the break of 5 that we are now. But as I said again, it is go time, as the group has closed in on us, and we really got to put in a solid effort to make sure we stay away here.
When you walk in the street alone and nobody can hear you go, ooh, ooh, ooh. Are you happy? Darling, I know what you feel, 'cause you're a freak when you get too near. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Are you happy?
As we turn back south and hit mile 50 on the course, I start to see the first signs that I am in a little bit of trouble. Right here, it is mostly fast, flat, and downhill, and it just works a little bit different muscles. And trying to chase Mr. Chase here and Ethan in their aero bars, it is insane how much power you have to do, and then especially when they pull off and you try and come around them. However, that is just part of the problem with it only being mile 50 and already feeling signs of cramping going on. I definitely know there's something more going on with me. I start to think that I maybe haven't drank enough of my water, so I put back some more calories and just hoping that the cramps won't come up and I'll be able to work my way through them.
Are you happy?
As we made our way out of the Cylcocross Farm, Ethan has a small little tip over getting onto the gravel, but is back up, no big deal. And as you can see in this shot here, there is no one in sight. Apparently the peloton behind have been split up into 3 chase groups, and with the first chase group making a wrong turn, they all end up coming back together, and the group is big and dysfunctional. So we are extending our gap tremendously right now, which is awesome. However, my feelings are still going downhill. I'm hoping we can slow up the pace, but the rest of the guys, being Chase, Ethan, and Daxton, are still pushing super hard, and I'm just trying to pull through with them and still hoping that things will come around. As we fast forward to mile 76 or so, both Steven and I are definitely in the hurt box. You can see him leaving a little bit of a gap here, and just a little bit further he falls off. So now we are down to a group of 4, with me just kind of holding on for dear life. Right now my goal is just to make it to the Garmin water oasis at roughly mile 87. I had my wife stationed there just to film. She's not allowed to help me fill bottles or anything, but she had a media pass so she could film. And my goal is just to get there and let her know that this is not going to be my day. It's going to take me a while to get to the finish, and just know that, so she's not worried about me. However, come mile 82-ish, I have a full-on lockup in my hamstring that prevents me from pedaling for a couple moments, forcing me to fall out of this lead group, which is such a shame because right after this roller it turns right and it's mostly flat to downhill again to the Garmin Water Oasis, only a couple miles away, so I'm super bummed to fall out of the group before this.
Everything is cramping.
When I do roll up, she is not there, so now I'm a little bit worried that she's going to be worried for me as I'm no longer in the feed. She saw me cramping as the camera was right on me.
Here they come.
Yeah.
Can I grab a picture?
And now I'm just in for a long day of survival as this chase group catches us here at the water aid station. From here, things only go downhill as my stomach really begins to flip upside down on me, and I just am struggling to pedal. I link up with Griffin Easter and we get to chat for just a little bit here, kind of break up the day of our misery as we're just soft pedaling, but he's going a little bit slower than even I want to go, so I decide to press on, and eventually I get caught by John Borselman, and I have enough in the tank just to hop on his wheel, and it becomes a group of 4 of us here for a little bit. However, again, as we are going up one of the hill, I get a full-on stomach cramp now. I think what happened is I was trying to take in even more calories here to compensate for the cramping, and my stomach is just not having a happy day. It is somewhere close to 100 degrees with 100% humidity out here, so it is just a complete oven / swimming pool of sweat, and yeah, I'm just trying to keep on moving. I finally get to the aid station at mile 119, and man, I am glad to get here. I had been eyeing up some cornfields with my stomach completely going, and so I run to the porta potty and am super thankful that they had these here. And man, this is the lowest point of the race, and I am highly contemplating getting one of the volunteers to give me their phone so I can call Kendra and have her pick me up. Maybe this would have been a good idea, as when I'm this dehydrated and having bathroom issues, it's not going to be great for my body to continue and press on. But what I start to think about is all the other people that signed up and are here just to get through the challenge of a 150-mile day in the rolling hills in Nebraska in the heat, and it's going to be so hard just for them to finish, and they're going to be out there for way longer than I am. So thinking about that, I decide to press on and just try and get myself to the finish line out of respect for them.
Haven't slept for a week or two. And it always been down on me. I pray for you to say
Alrighty, for a little update on how my race went. As you might have saw, I made the breakaway, which the goal of the race was to be aggressive, so that was awesome. However, I very quickly noticed something was not quite right as cramps started to come on about mile 40, which is way too early in a 150-mile race. And I fought them out and kept in as hard as I could, but they really turned south about mile 70. Got popped off the group about mile 80, and yeah, I was in for a world of hurt. My stomach also turned south, and I ended up having to use the porta potty for a little bit at mile 112, or 119 it was. Very glad that that was there, because I was looking at the cornfields, really eyeing them up for a minute. But anyways, didn't have to do that. And then from there, it was just a survival back to the finish, because I could barely get any food down. But I feel a little bit better. I laid on the floor for a bit, got a burger, and now we are back here with the first to last party starting soon. We're going to enjoy that tonight.
don't even know